Okay, I'm back. I just remembered I don't need to chop up the onions. That's what this little thing's for. So you throw some of the garlic in there, whole clove of garlic, half of the onions. Put it in here. It's great for making salsa. Just throw in onions and bell peppers and garlic and tomatoes. And you can take this camping with you. Okay, that's all it takes. Much better than chopping and making yourself cry to death. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bowl. Garlic and onions chopped. I'm going to save a little bit of the onions and garlic. Oh no, I didn't. I did all the garlic. Okay. I'm going to do a little of the onions and the tomato when I did the tomato, so it's got a little onion flavor there too. So I got the garlic and onions. I'm still heating up the water for the noodles. It hasn't, I put it on kind of low, I guess. Okay, so I got a little bit of oil in the pan. We're going to throw the meat in here. This is, I believe, the pork, ground pork. Throw that in there. And the ground beef. They're about both the same size, but looks like, I can't read this, so I don't know how much it is. A little bit. Okay, just enough for a pan full. Wash those out so they don't stink. Okay, so you want to start heating this up first. Get a wooden spoon. You want the color to change a little bit on most of these pieces before you, can you see over here? Get a little bit of the color start changing before you add in the onions and the salt. It's good to salt and pepper everything a little bit during the cooking process. So once I get this cooking a little, okay, while that's cooking a little bit, I can now throw in the tomatoes. Start working on the tomatoes. That's cooking up. Okay, it's starting to change a little color. So you can see some of it's getting a little darker. That's all you got to do. The pork actually gets lighter, and the meat gets, the beef gets darker. Okay. So that's about as much as you want to cook the meat before you throw in the onions and the garlic. And I'm going to throw in a little garlic salt. Just a little. And this other one has pepper and salt and a bunch of other vegetable stuff in it. Paprika and stuff. A little of that. So each step of the way you just throw a little more salt and pepper and stuff to start seasoning it while you're cooking it. Okay, so I'm going to turn down this heat and let this start cooking while I do the tomatoes. On low heat. The water's almost ready for me to do the noodles. Okay, so I'm going to put some, going back over here to my salsa maker. I got the onions that's still in there. I'm going to put some tomato in there. Okay, I'll just put like a fourth of tomato in here. And the other part of the onion. The other part of the tomato. And a little more tomato. I'll do the whole, probably 2 tomatoes. But this thing doesn't hold that much stuff, so I just do a little at a time. Okay, mix up the meat a little more. It's on low heat. It's getting a little darker. Okay, where's my top? Oh, it's right in front of me, duh. I always lose things. If my wife was here, she'd be yelling at me the whole time. She always says I get everything messy and I drop stuff on the ground. She gets freaked out. Like, you're not supposed to do that when you cook, I guess. In Japan or in her world. I love to cook. My wife doesn't like me to cook, so I don't cook for her anymore. When I first started dating her, I was living in my own house, and I did all the cooking by myself, and she didn't bitch at me dirtying up my own house. Now that we live together, I can't get the house dirty. She gets freaked out. It's not like you can't clean up after you eat, but anyway. Okay. Okay, so that's good. It's almost completely cooked. You can see the meat's almost done, but I'm not going to get it all the way done because I want to put in the tomatoes now. So this is the tomato and onion I just put in there. Fresh tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to do a little more tomato. I'm going to put some sauce in there. Just regular tomato sauce. This is just straight tomato puree. Okay, the water is pretty much boiling now, so I better start doing the noodles. Can you see that over here? Let's get the camera over this direction. Okay, so I'm making a mess as I always do when I cook because I don't know how to do it, my wife says. This is getting all over. It's tomatoes juice over there. Anyway, I don't care. I like to make a mess. Okay, so now that we got a little tomato going in there, cooking up the meat with the tomato, I'm going to throw in a little more. You can throw a little sugar, but since I got this tomato cream sauce that it probably has a little bit of sugar in it, I don't need to throw sugar in it right now. Okay, my wife is coming in now, so I need to tell her I'm making a video for YouTube so she doesn't start telling me I'm making a mess. Hey Mom, I'm making a video. If you want to be in the video, come in. If not, don't come in. I'm making lasagna and I'm making a video for YouTube, so don't come in here unless you want to be on the video. Huh? Fan. Oh, use fan. Okay. You have to use the fan when you cook in the kitchen here. Okay, I forgot the salt. Put a little salt. Usually in the pan is better, so I'm going to put, since I don't have salt, regular salt, I'm just going to throw in the pot this kind of salt, and a little bit of garlic salt. No, I can't hear on the video, Mom, it's too loud, sorry. Okay, garlic salt and a little of that salt. Okay, the noodles will just cook for about 5 minutes until they're a little bit soft, not too soft. If you get them too soft, then you're going to have a problem, and I forgot to put some olive oil in there. Put a little olive oil helps them, I guess, I've heard, not stick as much. A little olive oil. Okay. Move around so they don't stick. Okay, I'm very terrible about timing things. I never have a watch. I never have a stopwatch. I just kind of go by the seat of my pants. Hope I don't do it wrong. And I'm using the same spoon like I always do, which some people don't like. Okay, but it's all going together in the stomach anyway. Okay, finish up this tomato. So I gotta cut out this little part of the tomato that's green. I mean the thing here. Okay. Yosha. Okay, a little tomato in there. I was gonna do some garlic in there too, but oh well. I did all the garlic. Making a good mess. Okay, tomato. Bachelor's cooking. Should be called Bachelor's Cooking 101. Okay, we got that. I'm gonna throw a little basil in here. And a little of the fennel. So I'm going to watch the fennel a little. Okay, fennel from my garden. We have no room to cook in Japanese kitchens. I better just move this stuff over here. Okay, fennel, basil, okay, just pre that up. Okay. There we go. Well chopped. Okay, the basil doesn't get totally chopped up too much, so it works out good. Got the water boiling over here. The meat's looking good. I forgot to do what it said to drain out the excess fat on one video, but I think the pork has less fat than the... Anyway, it's all good. It's really juicy. Okay, got the basil in there. We're going to throw some more basil in the cheese when we do that too. Right now that's enough for that. Okay, this sauce is looking really good. But I'm going to throw some actual tomato cream sauce on top of that too. Okay. Better see how these noodles are doing here. They look like they're all sticking together. So that's the problem here. Something sticks together. Turn them over maybe. Threw them in separately, but they look like they want to stick together. Maybe I need a bigger pot. Okay, some of them are sticking together, but we're gonna somehow get them apart. You only want to get these a little soft. You don't want to go too much with these things. So maybe I need to already drain out the water. I didn't count how many minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video for a while. I'm gonna drain that out and get these noodles all ready.